Bobby, Westar Oil is one of the 8 major companies in the world. And we're coming to you hat in hand, prepared to pay top dollar for your gasoline.
I want to see the end of Ewing Oil. And if J.R. Ewing goes to jail, so much the better.
This is not your office anymore. It's not your building anymore. It's my building now.
What?
I warned you not to cross me.
You're gonna pay for this window. It takes the rest of my life. You touch that painting and I'll kill you where you stand.
I want that oil under Section 40 on South Fork. Whatever you have to do to the Ewings to get it, that's what you do.
You want to marry me?
One day.
I would rather sleep with JR than sleep with you. And I'd rather sleep with a carnival geek than sleep with JR.
You really think you're in a position to threaten me?
I think I'm in a position to make you do anything I want. You see, I know you, Jeremy. You are a proud and pompous man. You don't make any mistakes. At least, none that anybody ever knows about.
Hey, Jock Ewing! Golly! In the world are you? I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays.
It seems like years to me. I swear. Puck Anderson, Pat Powell.
Memorial Scholarship?
I know how that sounds to you. And it's hard for any of us to believe, but Jock is dead. Boys, what I'm about to read you is a letter that your daddy wrote last year down in South America, just a short time after he added the codicil to his will. This letter came to Harv a year ago, and he gave it to me with the instruction not to open it until the contest year had finished and the winner was about to be announced.
And what would my life be without him? I felt that I needed him, even if I had to share him. But every day I waited for the other shoe to drop. I tried to pretend that nothing was wrong, but every morning I would wake up and wonder if this is the day that he's going to ask me for a divorce. And then it was over.
It was nice of you to drive all this way, Sue Ellen.
Well, I thought it was very important to see the new hospital wing. I just can't get over how Fort Worth keeps growing.
When I had my first, I couldn't get out of bed for the first 7 months, much less drive all the way to Fort Worth.
Did she say who the father was?
He didn't tell her anything. He didn't have to, Mary Lee. We all know that boy's J.R.'s son.
I'm sorry. My husband says give me one drink and I'll say all kinds of foolishness. No wonder Sue Ellen became a drunk. Who could live with that vulture?
From now on, my life is going to be strictly monogamous.
What are you handing me, JR? You found some 20-year-old to play around with? You may not need my body, but you sure need my money.
Well, no, now listen, let me see. No, I'll tell you what that was.
I know what that was, and I know what this is. Now get your hands off me, you little worm, before I break them.
How about some more champagne? Oh.
You're all wet.
Those Alaskan saloons where my daddy used to drink all the time were filled with females like you.
Filthy mouth brat!
I've had it with you.
Oh, not the maid. The other lady. Rebecca Barnes Wentworth.
Pamela, try to understand. To lose one family in a lifetime is horrible. To lose a second.
You didn't take any licorice, and I remembered you liked it.
When I found out that Cliff was using Wentworth funds, I fired him. I think it's time you did the same with JR. He used Ewing funds to destroy my son. If JR takes one step out of line, I guarantee you, we'll destroy him.
Other people have fought the Ewings before, and they've regretted it.
Cliff never had any real power behind him, and it almost cost him his life. I'm making sure that never happens again. You have the Ewing strength behind you. Whose strength does Cliff have?
He should have his own.
Yes, he should. But he doesn't.
you.
Yeah, I felt a little clumsy there. Awfully sorry about this. Waiter, put their bill on my tab, would you? Yes, sir.
Oh, that's very kind. This was an accident.
No, really, you'd ruin my day if I couldn't buy you lunch.
Well, who do we thank?
J.R. Ewing.
J.R. Ewing. I believe that you're acquainted with my husband, Wilson Kreider.
Oh.
I'm Kimberly Kreider.
Is that right? Well, how about that?
Hello.
Sue Ellen, I'd like you to meet Kimberly Kreider. Kimberly, Sue Ellen Ewing. Now, just because your husbands happen to be at war doesn't mean we girls can't be friends, right?
Absolutely. It's lovely to meet you, Sue Ellen.
I have the distinct impression that I've seen you somewhere before.
Really?
You trying to get me in trouble with my wife?
Not any more than you are with my husband. Poor Wilson. He was so happy married to me.
Mr. Ewing.
How you doing? Bring me my usual dorme.
I'm fine, thanks. Well, Mr. Ewing, I'm glad you could find time to make this meeting. I think you'll find it time well spent. Your own brother.
I stopped thinking of you as a brother when you stranded Daddy and me in Alaska.
Oh, come on. That was a long time ago.
Not long enough.
Where's all the money coming from?
Well, you see, I've been such a good little boy that I was awarded with my own little tooth fairy.
Hope you enjoyed your evening, because it's the last one you're going to be having here.
Really? It's not the impression I got from everybody.
Well, let me give you another impression. I'm kind of tired of half-breeds and moochers and strangers hanging around here. Now, there's nothing I can do about that 10% of yours, but that does not give you a key to this house. I don't want you sponging here anymore.
You know, J.R., you really are a miserable human being.
Well, I'll be a lot less miserable with you out of my life, that's for sure.
Excuse me. What are you doing here?
Well, actually, I was wondering what a sly Lovergirl would look like.
You better have a damn good reason.
You had dinner with my mother in Vienna.
Your mother?
I'm James Beaumont, Vanessa Beaumont's son.
James, no.
I'd like to propose a toast to J.R. Ewing, my daddy. I just don't want my father getting hurt when Callie explodes.
You'll be very pleased with the end result. No more Callie at South Fork.
Sooner or later, he's gonna slip up and stick his neck all the way out. And when that happens, we're gonna chop it off.
Spooky, huh?
Yes. Frightening almost.
That's what I thought.
That's me and Dimitra Marinos.
Jack looks so much like him.
Jack is Dimitra's son.
I find you fascinating.
Why? Because I have a body and a brain?
Because you have a beautiful body and an impressive brain.
I'm sure Jack is going to be a happy man to the end. Tomorrow, we will own Mariner Shipping. We both knew how great the reward would be if we had succeeded. Punishment for failure should be equally as great. Well, Mr. Ewing, we have some unfinished business.
Miss Ellie, you look younger than the last time I saw you.
Well, that was some time ago, and I certainly do not. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm Mark Grayson.
How do you do? This is my daughter-in-law, Pamela.
I'm very happy to meet you. There's an enormous attraction between you and me.
Mark, you know I'm married.
If you really were, you'd be with Bobby.
Let's make this a perfect night. In everyone's life, there should be one perfect night.
Mark.
Well, one of us better say something.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
It's okay.
Tell me I'm not dreaming.
It's me. I'm really here.
You must have found a cure somewhere.
There is no cure.
Shelley always lands on her feet, even when it appears otherwise. Hi, I'm Michelle Stevens.
Bobby Ewing.
Ewing. Any relation to your ex?
So then, wherever I am, I can be relaxed, knowing that you'll never do anything to harm your sister. I'm worried about Sue Ellen. Keep an eye on her, dear. Keep me informed.
I'll get you for this if it's the last thing I do. Oh, he's your boy, all right, Jock. Chip off the old block.
You don't have to earn breakfast. Besides, you just had a little too much to drink last night. That's all.
How come women are so understanding in a situation like that?
Because men are so fragile.
My name is Donna. I'm 28. I was born in Marshall, Texas.
Marshall?
You know that little place close to Shreveport?
Sure.
And you know, I really don't know what I'm doing here with you.
Mary and Donna here, getting what you might call a younger slant on things. I just don't jump right in like I used to. I've come to depend very heavily on her judgment.
If I didn't know better, I'd swear you'd made a pact with the devil.
Are you trying to flatter me or insult me? I can't make out which.
I can promise you this. Dave and I are going to take up where Cliff Barnes left off. We'll destroy you.
Now that we know what you are, let's haggle over your fee.
Oh, don't you see? This is the answer to all of our problems. We can be a real family now, Donna.
Right. A baby shouldn't be a solution to our problems.
Well, that's not what I really meant. It's just... what better reason could we have to get back together again?
Solving what's really wrong with our marriage would be a better reason.
This baby inside me is 5 months old.
This baby is very sick.
This baby is alive!
You say it's alive. They say it is seriously abnormal. Now, when are we going to start tracing facts?
I don't want to.
Just say it. Down syndrome. Come on, say it.
I want an acclamation, acceptance for the lady who's going to run this whole shebang, Donna Culver Craig.